What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfella with another video. We back and talk about this Adrien Broner rant on Instagram. Talking about how basically it sounded like Gervonta Tank Davis kind of betrayed him and turned his back on him, and let Floyd turn him against him. Now, if you don't know some backstory about Tank and Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner and Kevin Cunningham and Barry Hunter and his trainer are all like one big family from the amateurs. Those guys, those trainers work with Devin, Broner. You could throw Kenny Porter in there, Sean Porter's father. Barry Hunter, all those guys, were manufactured under them as an amateur and chose to stick with them and be loyal to them. Mike Stafford as well as pros. Other than, follow the trend where, you turn pro and you get a pro-style trainer and he teaches you how to, be a pro. They stuck to what they knew and stuck to their amateur trainers. So, we know Tank is from that Maryland, D.C. area. He trains at headbangers now. The Petersons and everybody else. The big guy who got some good mid technique. Barry Hunter. And, Broner and them been doing business down there as well. Their whole training camps, they train a lot of good sparring wars go down there in that area. That's an underrated area for great boxing and good sparring experience as well. And, they do their thing. Dusty Harrison as well, all those guys down there. And I guess him and Tank formed a bond because in the video, I'm just paraphrasing, he basically said, I will kill for you, Tank, at a point. You my mans. I can't believe you let Floyd Mayweather turn us against each other and all types of shit. But, at a time where Gervonta Tank Davis, has, real threats coming at him because he's a champion now. And, he looked very good versus Pedraza, but at the same time, he's 22 and people think he's vulnerable and he's green. Where you got Tevin Farmer calling him out, putting his whole card in front of everybody. You got Lomachenko who wants to fight any champion at 130 or 135 at this point. The pressure is on. This seems like, here goes my conspiracy theorist hat, seems like a ploy to get Tank out of a tough situation. To save face for not having to fight a tough contender, a tested guy that's highly skilled in Tevin Farmer, who's very hard for anybody to fight against. Even a guy like Lomachenko, that's good work. He won't get blown away like Sosa, but potentially he probably will lose. But, in a time where all these contenders want to fight Tank, Lomachenko is calling your name out, but you don't want to respond. You want to save face. So what do? You start fake beef with a mythical matchup that, in my opinion, is going to be hard for me to see because Tank is a very small in stature guy. As it says in the posting right there to the right that Tank posted, Davis versus Broner light welterweight bout. And they are talking potentially about him moving up to 140 to face Adrien Broner at 140, who has trouble making 140, which we know that Terrence Crawford and a lot of hungry 147s are really eager to get their hands on Broner because he's a very vulnerable fighter at this point in his career. He's not what people thought he was, but it's a large amount of cult following casual fans and some hardcore fans that think that he still has it. He's still the second coming. So he's one of the most popular people in the sport, active fighter. I think he's probably top 5, active fighter overall, and probably top 2 or 3 most popular fighter in the United States, just in the States alone, not equivalating some of those overseas and Mexican guys. But, so what do you do when you have a lot of pressure coming from each angle from real tough guys? You have nowhere else to run. You create fake beef. You fake beef to take people's mind off of it. To my opinion, I don't think this fight can happen, but if it does, it's a circus show, but it pulls in ratings. It makes Tanks more popular. It makes Broner more popular. And what's so funny, the bromance between Floyd Mayweather and Adrien Broner was on full display this weekend. They was hanging out on Instagram, taking pictures together. Bro, this in the caption, bro, that. And that just tells me they cooked this up. If Broner is not going to move down, I think this fight is perfectly strategically perfect and strategized for Robert Easter Jr. for a come up. I did a video like a while back that did, pretty good about potentially Gervonta Tank Davis versus Robert Easter Jr. down the line, and it's looked like that time has come. You can check my archives for the videos. Gervonta Davis versus Robert Easter Jr. I talked about that matchup and how Tank does have the style to be able to come forward and punch to mess with Robert Easter Jr., but Easter Jr. is just so long and rangy, And I think that time is now. Striking while the pan hot. I think Easter Jr. needs a good fight. They can sell this fight. He can jump into this beef. I wouldn't be surprised for him to jump into this beef not too long ago, because Broner mentioned him. Like, I got a 35-pounder that'll smash Tank. That's what he said. And, why not? It makes more sense. Tank has competed at 135, I think. Got a belt at 130. Don't want to fight Lomachenko. Robert Easter Jr. probably really not. They're really not trying to match him with Mikey. Lomachenko as well. Why not make this fight? Would it be probably more popular among some United States guys, American guys, because of the beef, because of the backdrop of Floyd Mayweather and all that? Might be more popular overall than the Garcia and Lomachenko fight. Popularity, not a better fight, just because who's the names behind it. It's Broner fighter versus Floyd fighter. Read into between the lines. We gone.